Renaissance Technologies is the most profitable hedge fund in history. This hedge fund is one of the most successful in the history of the industry, so you should remember that Simons charges a lot, but on average, his fees go up to $66 per course. The success of the company is due in part to a series of mathematical models and powerful computers. Before we dive in further, eggheads, hit that like button, subscribe, and click on that notification bell to get updates on our latest videos. Jim Simons, the founder of Renaissance Technologies, is a renowned mathematician. His quantitative models are constantly being updated. But what's more important than those models are the ways and methods that he uses to discover trading signals. He's a leading expert on hedge fund research and model building, and his approach is unique in the world of finance. He's worth over $21 billion, making him one of the world's highest earning hedge fund managers. Jim Simons was born and raised in Brookline, Massachusetts, and always knew that he wanted to become a mathematician. When Simons was a student, he would always go to a delicatessen late at night. One night, he saw Ambrose and Singer enter the store doing mathematics. He saw them do this time and time again and realized that this was the greatest job in the world when you can hang out at a gourmet restaurant and do math. Simons enrolled at MIT and was able to skip freshman math class because of the graduate courses he took in high school. The academic career of Simons was a success, and after he earned his PhD, he became a professor of math and was also a code-breaker during the Cold War. He desired to have more money because he grew up in a middle-class family. Unlike other academics who don't really care about the money, Simon knew exactly how to make money through starting businesses. While still at school, he started a business with his classmates from South America. They decided to open a factory for the production of vinyl floor tiles and PVC pipes. He met some friends at MIT who started a business. He was encouraged to invest in that business by him and his father, and the business eventually became a success. James Simons took a break from running his business in order to focus on his academic career. After the business took off, he quickly delegated responsibilities to others, and we saw this pattern repeated time and time again. In 1976, at the age of 37, he was awarded the Oswald Veblen Prize in Geometry, an honor given to the most distinguished mathematician in the United States. The prize is the highest you can get in mathematics. It's the same as winning the prize for conquering one summit. The floor tile company Simons started with friends, selling a 50 stake. The other owners made a lot of money from this business. Simons realizes that finance is a way to go to make more money. He started an investment firm and began Money Metrics. After years of experience, he relied on his intuition and fundamentals in trading. His approach was effective, but he started thinking if he could use mathematics instead of just relying on his intuition. Lenny Baum, his colleague, made a mean reversion model. What's a mean reversion model? Well, the concept is simple. For example, your vendor and an apple is $1.30. There are some days that the price can go for $1.50, but eventually the price goes back to the mean value, which is also called the mean reversion. In the 80s, this was an applicable concept. The name was changed to Renaissance Technologies in 1982. Competitors made their own models. Jim X, a mathematician, was hired to make a new model. Rentech started using machine learning, specifically the kernel method. This method uses pattern analysis and started using nonlinear models to predict prices, since asset prices are nonlinear. So, they didn't opt to use linear regression. They tested a kernel method and saw the increased returns that they were earning. Simon started to put a lot of money into mathematicians. They tried a lot of different models and approaches. Rentech used what you call the Kelly criterion. It's like a method for scientific gambling, where you take your expected net winnings and divide it by your actual net winnings. Rentech used approaches and discovered the patterns in trading. Are you following this story, eggheads? Comment down below on what interests you about Simons. During the late 1989, Rentech implemented a different approach, which was a success. Simons would take his employees to luxurious places using his yachts, which he bought yearly. Simons wanted to make a lot of money to make changes in the world. This was all thanks to the medallion fund approach they did, but was capped at $10 billion. Why would they cap it? This is because when a hedge fund is too big, the bigger the trades that they make takes much longer to process. Simons hired two scientists named Peter Brown and Robert Mercer and had them make equity models. During the period of them creating an equity model, they lost a lot of money because it took them 2 years to address the concerns that the equity model could solve. Although they were able to figure out why the mean reversion model did not perform as well anymore, this is because the model was effective in picking the best trades, but was too unrealistic in terms of market impact and slippage. The market is made up of people who constantly push and pull with prices, so it isn't always that you get the market price, which is something they also had to consider in the making of the new model. By the year 2000, Rentech had $6 billion with 140 employees, and in the year 2020, Simons retired. He earned more than $1 billion alone in that year. What makes Simons so fascinating is him being able to adapt and address and stay ahead in his field. He discovered methods and approaches rather than basing off solely on intuition. That's all for today, eggheads. I hope we gave you a clear description of Renaissance technologies. If you found this video useful, please subscribe, click the like button, and hit that notification bell to move further with each video towards being an egghead yourself. Catch you in the next video, aspiring eggheads.